Well, it's good to see you all. Only equipment you're going to need today is the usual. Let me grab my Letterball. So 2 pencils. For those of you that are new or just joining. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat box. For those of you that are new, make sure you grab 2 pencils that have writing on it. A brand name, if it's a Sharpie and it's got the word Sharpie, then that's great. So just 2 pencils with writing on it. And then your Letterball. If you don't have a Letterball, any kind of a ball or object that you can toss around you or move around you, that's exciting for your eyes to look at. So something preferably with a pattern on it. You could do like a rolled up pair of socks or a dog toy also. Okay. And then as always, remember with this class, I care more about your form, or not form and alignment. That's the Tuesday class. I'm on robot mode right now. We work with your visual and your vestibular system. So your vestibular system is your inner ear unit. It helps with your balance. If you start to feel dizzy, nauseous, tired eyes, itchy eyes, watery eyes, anything like that, know that that is all okay. It just means that you've met your edge and we don't want to go too far past your edge. So just be mindful of that. All right. I'm all bundled up today because it's freezing in my apartment. So I'm going to delayer as we go, but.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. It's cold everywhere, huh? Okay. So let's come back to a seated or standing grounded position. Well, let's just start with a few shoulder circle rolls. Just coming into the body a little bit more. Okay, and then we'll come to a still point. We'll close the eyes. And let's bring one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. And as you find your breath here, I just want you to notice how much these 2 hands are moving with each breath you take. And if you notice that your chest hand is moving with each breath, can you direct your breath a little bit lower into your low belly? And then just noticing, feeling how the body is today. And just finding a body scan and noticing where your attention goes to. Are there parts of your body that feel a little sticky or tight? Maybe a little uncomfortable? Or are the really good, warmed up, looser parts of your body, are those grabbing your attention? So just noticing how the neck is feeling, the shoulders, the spine, your hips. How do your legs feel today? And if you're able to, give your toes a wiggle and feel your feet on the floor. Now, have you set your intention for class today? Let's take one more inhale into the low belly. One more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Alrighty. Good, so let's start. I'm just gonna get rid of this now. Let's bring fingertips to that area just under your collarbones. And I just want you to start with a rub, moving from your breastbone, so moving from the center of your chest away towards your armpits. Yeah, and you can work your way all the way down until you feel the bottom of your breastbone and then work your way back up. This is an area that often gets restricted, not just superficially through your muscles and your connective tissue, but it can also get restricted in a deeper and deeper layers through the layers that surround your lungs. So opening this up can feel kind of nice. Okay, go ahead and shake the hands out. Good. And then we're going to make a soft fist. And we'll just start with a really gentle gorilla beating on the chest. It's always good to take this a little softer in the beginning as our body is getting used to being warmed up. Seeing if you can return to that belly breath. Just feeling that vibration through your chest. And then can we take that going down the sides of your trunk and up the sides of your trunk? And again, just staying more on the soft, gentle side. And then we'll finish on the chest. Okay, and we'll give the hands one more shake out here. Good. Get this out of the way. All right. We're gonna bring, actually, you know what, before we do that, let's find a little bit of a swing. Okay, so from a seated or standing position, let's find our swinging rotation. Seeing if you can tap your knuckles to the opposite side of your low back. So the arm that's swinging behind you, you're giving your kidneys a little tap. Yeah, and if you're standing, let your hips sway with you. Okay. And then as you do this, I want you to lift the arms a little bit higher. So every time you're swinging, I want you to lift the arms a little bit higher, maybe up to shoulder height, up to overhead height. You can use momentum. Okay, and then bringing that back down. Okay, and then relaxing. Awesome. All right, let's grab the ears. And if you're able to, I'm just gonna have you just kind of grabbing the back part of the ears. So I'm using my thumb and my pointer finger. If that's kind of challenging, you can use your knuckles too. But grabbing your ears, and then let's just circle the ears in a gentle circular direction. We'll go both directions here. But I only want you to pull as much as you need where that skin tugs back at you. Yeah, and then switch directions. Noticing where your ears are the most restricted. Where does it feel really tight for you? Okay, and then relax. Awesome. And then we're going to take, again, either thumbs or knuckles if that's easier, and you're going to place them on the inside corner of your eyebrow. And you're just going to find a little pull up, just a little pull, like we're releasing some tension off of your eyes almost. And you're going to hold that, and we're going to find a hum. Okay, so when you're ready, take an inhale through your nose, and then exhale. And you're just going to take that hum all the way to the end of your exhale. Take an inhale, and then you're going to do that just a couple more times. Keeping that gentle pressure on the inside corners of your eyebrows. Yeah, you might be on your last hum. And then we'll release the eyebrows. Let the arms come down by your side. Give the shoulders a shake. Give the ribs a shake. Okay. Let me put this down. And then we're going to take hands Again, finger pads or knuckles. And we're going to hit 3 areas over your skull. These are where the bones of your skull join together. So this is why we're doing these 3 areas. So you're going to come, imagine, so I want you to imagine if you just placed a crown on top of your head. Okay, so where that crown would sit on the sides of your head, that's where I want your fingers to go for this first one. Yeah. If it's hard for you to reach your head with your shoulders, you can always lean forward so your shoulders are doing less work. You don't have to be totally upright because it's a little harder for the shoulders. So if you need to lean forward, you can. Yeah, and you're just gently circling your finger pads in this area where a crown would rest on your head. Circling my finger pads around. You might feel some indentations here. Don't worry, that is totally normal. That is part of your skull. I had my mom freak out recently because there was a bump on the top of my dog's head, and it was a natural part of his skull, but she took him to the vet to confirm that. Oh my gosh. So get to know your body, everybody. Get to know your body. Get to know what is normal. I'm joking about it, but really I'm serious. It's important to know what your normal state of your body is. Yeah. Okay. I know. Okay. And then bring your hands to the top of your head. Again, you can lower your head if this is hard for your shoulders. And I want you to do the same thing here. So if you had a faux hawk, you're massaging that area of your head from the front to the back. Okay, shake the hands out. We're just going to do one more. The back of the head. So you might notice you've got a bump kind of in the center back part of your head, and you're just going to massage on either side of that bump, on the left and on the right side. Releasing these areas can help with neck tension, neck pain, shoulder tension or shoulder pain. This is all really connected to the upper part of your body. All right, give the hands one more shake. And then let's take the hands, we'll rub them together to create some heat in there. And then we'll rub the backs of the hands. Okay, and then let's find our bottle cap twisting through our fingers. If it's hard for you grip-wise to grab your finger, you could always just use your knuckles and rub each finger as I talk you through this. If you are able to grab your fingers, I'm gonna have you start with your thumb, and you're gonna roll your thumb forward and back as if you were trying to loosen a bottle cap. And then you're going to pinch the tip of your thumb. Same thing on your pointer finger. Roll the bone, twist, 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 and pinch the tip. Roll the middle finger, and then pinch. Roll the ring finger, and pinch. There we go. And then roll the pinky and pinch. Good. And then if you're able to stay on that same hand, I want you to give me a stop sign signal, but spread your fingers out as wide as you can. If that's hard for you, I just want you to lift your wrist up. Okay, so spread and then make a fist and point down. Up and spread, make a fist, point down. Yeah, and as you do this, just notice like, how far back is my wrist getting? Is this causing any discomfort or pain in my wrist? Okay, shake that hand out, and then we'll switch sides. Go ahead and start with that thumb, rolling the thumb, and then pinching the tip. Rolling the finger, pointer finger, and then pinching. Middle finger. Pinching. ring finger. Our hands take up a lot of real estate in the brain. And then finish with your pinky finger. So giving them some love and attention is really helpful. And it's also where a lot of our meridians stop and start. So that's why we pinch the tips of our hands. Okay, show me your stop sign signal either through your fingers or your wrist, and then make a fist and point down. That's it. Stop sign signal, spread, and then fist and point down. Spread and lift, fist and down. Spread and down. And just noticing, like, how does this wrist feel compared to the other wrist? Does it have a bigger, smaller range of motion? Yeah. And then shake that hand out. Okay, good. Let's do a little bit of body tapping here. So we'll start on whichever side you'd like to start. And let's just tap going down the inside of the arm. And then coming up the outside of the arm. We'll do that a few times through. Down the inside and up the outside. Bringing more awareness to our limbs, waking the body up. And then we'll switch sides. Going down the outside and up. Sorry, down the inside and up the outside. And we'll do that 3 times through on this side. Okay, good. And then we're going to bring hands to either side of the ribs. And if you can, reaching your thumbs or your knuckles back behind you. So reaching the back part of your ribs. And I just want you to find a swooping line. So kind of massaging from the back part of your ribs to the front part of your ribs. So I'm dragging my thumbs or knuckles, tracing that bottom edge of the ribs there. And as you're doing this, just noticing the same things. Does one side feel tighter than the other? Are there any tender spots in there? And if that feels good, feel free to sink into your tissue a little bit more. Okay, one more. And then relax, shake the hands out. And then coming to the lower body, let's tap going down the outsides of the legs. As low as you can go, and then up the insides. You can use we'll do that 3 times through. You can use whatever kind of hand position feels good. Open hand, soft fist, hard fist, chop. Making sure you get the tops of the thighs. And if you can reach under the thighs, get your hamstrings. Okay, and relax. Awesome. Oh, hang on. Let's just give the feet just a little bit of love here. If you're able to reach your feet, I just want you, let's maybe start with a finger and toe weaving. So weaving your fingers between the toes and just moving your hand back and forth like a wave. If it's hard for you to reach your feet, you can find, I'm just going to show you from this position, you can find a massage coming up from your ankle, up your calf. If it's hard for you to reach your calf, You can do the same thing coming up from your knee onto your thigh. Okay, so kind of staying near the joints. So either rubbing the foot, the ankle, or the knee thigh area. And the reason we're rubbing in the up direction is just to push possibly some stagnant fluids that get caught in these areas. Let's switch sides. Toe weaving or massaging. There's a technique called dry brushing. Forget where it was developed, but it's the idea of taking what's called a skin brush, a dry skin brush, and brushing your skin, your whole body every morning. It's actually really, really good for circulation, especially when you first wake up in the morning. I don't have one. I would love to get one. But this kind of simulates a similar idea. You know, we're not pressing hard, but we're bringing some circulation to that area. We're bringing some warmth to that area just from our hands. And we're pushing some of those fluids up and out. Okay, good. And then one more time, shake the hands. Nice. Okay, just notice how your body's feeling. Hopefully a little bit looser there. Let's go into some letterball, and then we'll play more with joint mobility. So grab your, yeah, good. Okay, so grab your letterball. I'm just gonna have you start by playing the normal letterball game if you've been playing with me for a while. For new folks, I'm just gonna talk you through the game again. Okay, so holding that ball into your chest, you're gonna pull it away from your chest at any angle around you that you want. You're gonna look at the ball, say the first letter number you see, and then pull it back in. Pull it away at a different angle, say the first letter number you see, pull it back in. And you're just gonna continue to do this all around your body, at every angle, above you, below you, to the side of you, behind you. Make sure you don't avoid those angles that are above your head. Yeah, there you go. And if you want to make it harder, and if you're able to, you can also play catch with yourself. But it's the same idea. I catch it, I stop it, I say the first letter number I see, and I throw it again to a different part of my body. I say the first letter I see, and I throw it again. Say the first letter number. Okay, so you're just trying to either catch or move that ball as much around you as you can. Remember, dropping the ball is actually a good thing. Dropping the ball means you found your edge. It's almost too hard for you, which is good. If we catch the ball every single time we move it, then it's a little bit too easy. For those of you that are moving it around you, don't worry about the catching part. Just try to pick up your speed as you do that to make it harder. Yeah, and I also know that it's hard for some folks if they drop the ball to retrieve the ball. So don't feel like you need to push yourself so much where you have to drop it. But if you're able to, push that boundary a little bit. Chad, nice shirt. Okay, so I'm gonna layer on. Every time you catch, let me just face this way so I'm with you. Every time you catch a letter, I'm gonna have you, actually, wait, I wanna do this, sorry, I wanna do this slightly different. Let's go up, down. Every time you catch a letter, I want you to tilt your head and look up at the sky. Every time you catch a number, I want you to tilt your head down and look down at your belly button. Okay, So letter, look up at the sky. Did I say that right? Yeah, letter, look up at the sky, number, belly button. Letter, sky, number, belly button. Okay, and you're just trying to make that decision as quick as you can, and then go on to the next throw. It doesn't have to be a huge head movement, just enough to make your brain work for it. Letter, you look up, number, you look down. Yeah, good, everybody. That looks good. Yeah, maybe just do 5 more throws or moves. Yeah, Melody, it's totally okay for you to catch the ball. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but just make sure your eyes follow it. So if you're doing that, just make sure your eyes follow it the whole time so that you're tracking that ball around you. Yeah. Okay, good. When you've done those 5 throws, go ahead and relax. Set the ball down, but leave it near you because we might come back to that. Okay, and then let's come into a little bit of spinal mobility here. So we'll bring hands to the hips, give you my side profile. And let's just start with a tilt forward and back. So for those of you that are able to move your pelvis, I want this movement to come more from the pelvis. Pulling, lifting your tail, and then tucking your tail under. Lifting the tail, tucking the tail under. For those of you that are able to move more from the ribs, you're going to do this movement more from the ribs. So pulling the chest forward and then rounding it back. Pulling forward and rounding back. Okay, we're going to bring some arm movements into this. So we're all doing the same movement here, whether it's from your ribs or pelvis. So when you round or tuck back, I want you to cross your arms over your chest. When you lift and pull forward, I want you to get really big from the wrists, from the fingers. And I want you to look up and I want you to make a big face expression. Ah, so maybe your jaw opens and you say, ah, that's it. Round back. And then pull forward, make a big face expression. You can make any sound, just like something exciting for your face to do. Yep. Round back. Get big. Ah. That's it. Now when you round back, I want you to switch the direction your arms are crossed. And I want you to make a sucker fish cheeks. So suck your cheeks in towards each other. And then get big. Oh, that's it. Get small, round back, suck your cheeks in. And then get big. That's it. Get small, suck in. And then get big. Ah. Yeah. 2 more. Get small, suck in. Get big. That's it. And get small. And then get big. Okay, good. And shake that out. Awesome. Okay, let's bring hands back to the hips. And then let's find our hula hoop of our ribs around our pelvis. So my shoulders and my ribs are staying parallel to the floor. And I'm shifting, I'm gliding from the side, back, side, front. So I'm basically trying to give my organs a big massage. Yeah, for those of you standing, your hips are going to be glued and it's just your upper body that moves around. So different different from your hips circling. This is your ribs circling. Yeah, and then we're gonna switch directions. Trying to get into every edge of that circle. Okay, and then coming back to the center, awesome. Let's bring shoulders up into a goalpost position. And I want you to try to pull that goalpost back behind you. So try to pull your palms behind your elbows. So really opening up the shoulders, yeah, and then turn that goalpost upside down. And just oscillate back and forth. Goalpost up, goalpost down. And you're trying to rotate those shoulders as far as you can in both directions. Okay, so let's find an alternating movement here. So left arm goalpost arm is going to be up, and left arm goalpost arm is going to be down. That's it. Yeah, and then I just want you to switch. That's it. And switch. And switch. Okay, and notice that as you do that, you start to hopefully naturally come into more of a side bend where you're still doing this switch with your arms, but you're side bending towards the upright goalpost. Yeah, there we go. Nice, nice. And then really exaggerating that. So really coming into the side bend. Okay, I'm gonna layer on one more time. So let's all side bend to the right. Okay, now I want you to straighten your arms out and reach in opposition. Arms are reaching in opposition. Look towards your right hand. Come back into your goalpost position. Do you remember which way it was? Right arm goalpost is up, and then back to the center and switch. There we go. So side bend to the left, and then reach to the left. Look at your left hand. Back to goalpost position and switch. Yeah, so just challenging your coordination here. Side bend, reach the arms in opposition, look right, goalpost and switch. Reach, goalpost, switch. Reach, goalpost, switch. We're getting into some wild dance moves here. Reach, goalpost, switch. Last one. Reach, goalpost, and back to the center. Bring the arms down and find a few shoulder circle rolls. Nice, everyone. Okay. Let's grab your pencils. I'll have you grab both of them. We're going to start with some vestibular work. So we're all going to do the same one together. Yeah. We're just going to start with one pencil, keep the other nearby. Oops, this is upside down. Okay, so holding that pencil directly out in front of you, I want you to look at one letter, so a specific letter on that pencil, if you have a letter on that pencil. Okay, keeping your eyes locked on that letter, you're going to start to shake your head like you're saying no. So shake your head from side to side. Eyes stay locked on that pencil the whole time. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, don't worry about holding up the pencil, but you're doing the same head movements that we'll talk through. The faster and the bigger you move your head, the more challenging this gets for your vestibular system. Okay, so maybe start off slow and small, and then you can work your way up if that feels easy. But you're really trying to move your head in each direction. Yes, so let's see. Cindy with the purple shirt, make sure that the pencil is staying directly in front of you. So don't move the pencils. The pencil should be totally still. And the head is the thing that's moving. Okay, everyone go ahead and relax. If you start to get dizzy or nauseous, then take a break, close your eyes. Find a few shoulder circle rolls. For my standing athletes, if you just want to do some marching in place to help you reset, you can do that too. Okay. For this next one, we're going to be going up, down. So pencil out in front of you again and find your yes nod, moving the head up and down. Again, the smaller and slower you go, the easier it is, and vice versa if you want to make it harder. Yeah. Oops. Still going. Maybe do 5 more. Okay, and relax. Okay. Yeah. Let's give the eyes a little bit of a longer break. You can keep holding on to the pencil. Just take the arms, reach up, and exhale. Find it in articulating, roll down. Just take a moment at the bottom. And then we'll find a roll up on your next exhale. Okay. We're just gonna do two more of these. Pencil comes out in front of you again, and then we're gonna find a diagonal. So let's maybe go up and to the left, down and to the right. Up left, down right. Like your head or your nose is doing the disco. Remember, pencil stays steady. Pencil stays out in front of you. It's just your head that is moving. We're working a very particular reflex called the VOR, the vestibulo-ocular reflex. It's the ability for your eyes to fixate on something as your body moves. Yeah. This is actually probably one of the most important reflexes in our entire body. I would maybe even argue it's the most important reflex in our entire body. This allows you to live your life without feeling constantly dizzy and falling off your chair or falling over if you're walking. This is a very, very important reflex. So we're just working it. Like any of the reflexes, especially in the vestibular system, just like we would strengthen a muscle or a part of the body, we're learning to strengthen this reflex because it can help with a lot of things besides just balance. Okay, go ahead and relax. Find one more round of the shoulder circles. Okay, this is the last one, and then I promise I'll give you more of a break here. Sorry, my head's going everywhere. Finding the diagonal in the other direction. So I still stay on that pencil. That pencil is still in front of you and it's not moving. Head moves up and to the right, down and to the left, up, right, down, left. So you're doing the disco in the other direction. Yeah, getting the coordination of your head and neck to do this, just that piece alone might be hard enough for you. I promise this will get easier over time if you keep doing these though. Yep, up and left, down and right. The quicker you go, the harder it gets. Maybe do about 10 more. And you're just noticing of all 4 of the directions we did, is there one direction that's really hard for you to track? Do you feel like your eyes are jumping around? Do you feel like your head is not going in the right pattern? Yeah, I see some interesting disco head nods. It's good. It's good. You're retraining the nervous system. Okay. Go ahead and set both pencils down just for a moment here. Let's take both arms up again. And then let's find one more roll down. Let's pause again at the bottom. We'll take a couple of breaths here. And then we'll roll up on your next exhale. Good. Bring the arms out wide like you're about to give someone a hug, and then give yourself a hug. Bury your head down. Open wide, inhale, and exhale, hug. Last one, open wide, and exhale, hug. Okay, good. Come back to the center. Grab your pencils one more time. We're just going to bring some tongue work into this. Okay, so let's go. We're going to do both directions, and we'll move fairly quickly through these. Excuse me. So bring the arms out into a T. Yeah. Turn your head to the left. Look at the left pencil. Poke your tongue into the left side of your cheek. Try to poke your tongue through your cheek, and then turn and rotate to your left. Keep your eyes on that pencil the whole time. Come back to the center. Turn your head, look at the pencil to your right. Poke your tongue into the right side of your cheek. Rotate right, and back to center. Switch sides. Looking left, tongue goes left. Rotate left, and center. Look right, tongue right. Rotate right, and center. Left, tongue, and rotate. Right, tongue, and rotate. Left, tongue, rotate. Right, tongue, rotate. Can we go quicker? Left, tongue, rotate. Right, tongue, rotate. One more each side. Left, tongue, rotate. Right, tongue, rotate. Back to the center. Drop your pencils and roll the shoulders. Okay, and then just do this. Grab your cheeks. I'm just pinching my cheeks like Granny coming in and giving you a big pinch. And then I just want you to massage your cheeks in a little circular direction. Like your granny is really excited to see you. Who had their cheeks pinched when they were young? Wow, that was a lot of yeses. And then roll in the opposite direction. Okay, good. And then shake the hands out. Okay, let's come back to a seated or a standing grounded position here. We'll close the eyes. We'll bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. And just noticing your breath again. Seeing if you can redirect your breath into your low belly hand. And keep that chest hand steady. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale. One more exhale. And we'll open the eyes.